Rise and shine, it's football time. Time to hop out of bed and get your day in motion. What's going on, Dr. Delay?
Good morning, everyone. How is it going? I am ready for some football, man. We got some football tonight. Let's go.
Oh man, I am not ready. I am not ready. I
Yeah,
need this to
well, to
wake
be
me
honest,
up.
me neither.
We'll survive. We will get going. But we will start with the main news of the day. Well, not the day, but of the week. The biggest thing, the biggest spotlight I've seen is Jackson Dart getting the start over Russell Wilson, tossing Russell Wilson to the side, throwing him down, saying, get out of here after 4 games. He was leading the league in passing yards going into last week, and he just crumbled. What do you think about the move that the Giants made there, Delay?
To be honest, I thought it's what everyone wants to see. I thought it was kind of a little early, but I guess they still believe they have a shot at the playoffs. I thought they'd be kind of a fringe contender. I had them going like 7 and 10.
Playoffs?
I know. That might be what they're thinking. I'm not too sure, but it's interesting. We'll get to see the young guy. He looked really good in preseason. I don't know if he got to cover any of his Giants games, but man, he looked really good. Very accurate, very on time with the ball. I was very impressed with the young man. So Giants fans should be excited. Again, I think it might be a little bumpy to begin, but yeah, no, he should be an upgrade. Again, Russ, once he gets hit, he starts just, I don't know. He started to turtle up with the Steelers and with the Giants. It just wasn't really, I don't know. They don't have a really good O-line. So, he started just, I don't know. He just wasn't good.
Yeah.
He just wasn't good.
I mean, I was predicting around week 9. I was thinking later in the season. I figured at least a couple more games. I mean, the earliest I would say would be 6 or 7. I forget when their bye week is. Might be later in the year. But either way, I was like, week 4. I know Russell Wilson played bad. He was just awful. If you played better, you were saying, and then they could have beat the Chiefs. But man,
Yeah.
he's the
Well, I
30th ranked.
still think with the field goal kicker, they could have beat the Chiefs,
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest. It
that too.
would just change the whole thing. But yeah, it just wasn't looking good. You gotta. It's not a bad decision at all. You want to see what Dart can do, but you know just
Yeah, Russ.
protect the young quarterback because if he gets hit and you don't want to get him injured this
Yeah,
early.
Russell Wilson's the 30th ranked QBR quarterback, so that's a disaster. I mean, he had a lot of yards, but that doesn't mean that you're a good player. So that's what's the bad news about Wilson. And you were saying the offensive line's bad. It's horrendous. This Giants offensive line is not good. Didn't help Daniel Jones years ago. Not going to help. Didn't help Russell Wilson this year. Not going to help Jackson Dart this year. I'm worried because I remember the days of Kurt Warner behind the terrible job offensive line and the rookie Eli Manning back in the day with your Ben Roethlisberger and Philip Rivers. But man, they turned to Eli Manning because Kurt Warner looked like he had was it cement shoes on and he couldn't move and he was getting sacked and fumbled. It was brutal. Everybody was calling for Manning and they wanted him, so that's why they made the switch. But I don't think New York fans have been calling for Dart yet. So I think this is just a little bit early, and I'm scared because Manning behind that line was running for his life, and it was a disaster, and that was a few weeks later. So I think Manning started 6 games that year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it didn't
Um,
start many. Well, I can look it up, but yeah.
yeah, check that up. But Manning, he did not do well. I know Peyton Manning jokes. He's like, if Eli would have started more games, he would have threw more interceptions than me and would have broke my record of 28. I don't know if that's true, but it's it was
No,
funny
he
to hear
wouldn't have
from
done that.
Peyton. But
Started 7 games through 9 picks, so yeah, no, he would have been.
7 games, so not 6 games. Okay. Um, yeah, but I'm worried because I've seen what Eli Manning did back then, and I'm worried about Jackson Dart now. I think Dart can be better than Eli Manning because I'm not high on Eli
Oh
Manning.
yeah, oh yeah,
But I mean, he did win 2 Super Bowls, so if the Giants get 2 Super Bowls out of Dart, that's amazing. But I think it's too early, too soon. They better dial up
yeah.
some quick plays, some a lot of bubble screens, everything.
Just get him
Try to
comfortable,
develop that running game with
Yeah.
Scatterboom and get going. That's my thing. Get that running game going because he's gonna need some help, big time help.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree. Just I think, obviously we're just guys on YouTube, but we have seen a lot of football. But yeah, just get Dart comfortable, easy completions and start it off, and then get them going. Big game this week, for them. Not necessarily a big game as far as rivalry or anything, but they do host the 3-0 Chargers. So again, that's going to be quite the test for Dart's
Yeah,
first,
and you're getting the
ever.
Chargers. That defense is one of the best in the league.
So
Harbaugh knows what he's doing over there.
but they're home. So again, it's like maybe that helps a little bit. And of course, if Dart wins, if they beat the Chargers, then I mean, just imagine New York. Oh, we got our guy. This is it. He's the dude. So a lot of potential there. It could be a disaster, but the upside is pretty big. So
Probably going
those
to
are
be a
my thoughts there.
disaster. And the funny
Yeah.
thing I heard on the radio this week is they interviewed Jim Harbaugh and they asked him about like Jackson Dart, and he's just like, they asked him a specific question about Dart, like what does he do well, and he's like, he's a good player. And then blah blah, like he didn't seem like he knew anything about Jackson Dart. He didn't know he didn't watch any tape on Jackson. He doesn't know anything about him at all, and that's probably what he's been doing this past week because. He just gave such vague answers. So he's not worried about this guy. He's going to find his weaknesses and attack him. But I'm sure he's studying him all week. But it was just funny that he's like, Jackson Dart, He didn't say it like that, but that's what the message was implying. Pretty
I
wild.
got you. Yeah, usually when you're vague, it's like, yeah, no, this guy's not that
Yeah,
good.
he's like, I'm supposed to worry about this guy?
Yeah, we can assume that he just didn't watch much film yet. Like I said, I really liked what I saw in the preseason game with Dart. He just looked very on time and was just like already like throwing the ball open. It was very impressive. So I was very impressed with the young man.
That's good to see as a rookie, but preseason tells you nothing
preseason
with all
is
those
preseason for
vanilla
sure.
defenses.
Yeah.
But Sean Payton is worried about like no. Did I say Sean Payton? No, Jim Harbaugh. My bad. Jim Harbaugh's worried about Daniel Jones and he's worried about Bo Nix, and then he's like, "Dart, what are you talking about?" It's just ridiculous. But all right, we'll go and hop on to the next thing, the quarterback spotlight of the week. Who do you think has the light shining on them? I got one matchup where my eyes are on both quarterbacks here, but I'll let you start it off.
Let's see. I have two that I would say I would put under duress here. That like, hey, they need to perform. I'm thinking I might have taken one because you're talking about quarterback matchup. Lamar Jackson.
Just choose a quarterback. Mine happens to be a matchup. Which I like.
So I got Lamar Jackson. I would say he's somebody we're going to be looking at. Obviously, I could go at Patrick as well because he's been struggling. Apparently, he can throw backwards passes and still be praised for it on national television. Very impressive stuff. Only so Patrick Mahomes could do that. It's amazing. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson, obviously we praise him. I praise him for just being a great regular season quarterback, and I really want to emphasize just the regular season because it just seems like in the biggest games, he always finds himself on the opposite end of the win column. So he's got to get a win this week against the Chiefs. It's all going to be on him. I don't care. Oh, well, the defense allowed, blah, blah, blah points. Well, again, usually in the playoffs, it's the defense doing a great job and he will lose. And yes, I understand the regular season so far. He's been on the opposite end of these high scoring games. But the other quarterback, that means the other guy is putting up more points. So again, you got to be the guy. You're the two-time MVP, Lamar Jackson. You got to get it done. The Chiefs don't look good this year. Lamar needs this win. If he doesn't do this, if he doesn't get the win this year, if he's not able to beat the Chiefs this year, I don't even know if it'll ever happen. Because he's got to do it. The Chiefs are bad. This is the worst Chiefs team we've seen since pretty much since the Alex Smith era. You got to beat the Chiefs. I don't care if it's in Arrowhead. You need a statement win. Get it done this week.
Yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson, they probably had Derrick Henry as a scapegoat this week for a fumble in the fourth quarter. Cost me a fantasy league, actually. I took the lead, and then he fumbled it, and I lost by 1 point. Unbelievable. But anyway, Lamar Jackson, he's so good. He's two-time MVP. He doesn't win in the playoffs. They do so well, and it kind of reminds me, I hate to say it, but like Peyton Manning. Like, he has all those great years. He does so well in the regular season, dominates everybody. And then when the playoffs come, it's just like, and he doesn't win anything. And that's where I see Lamar Jackson's, like those tough defenses, he's not ready because all year long it's just so easy. And then it tightens up and it's not so easy. And he doesn't win. And they don't have any defense to back him up. And the only time they got a Super Bowl was when their defense backed them up with Bobby Sanders. And then they had both pieces and they won. It's so hard to do it yourself. You need a team around you. Tom Brady had the team around him. Patty Mahomes has the team and the coach around him. Well, Brady had the coach too. You need everything. The Patty Mahomes has that. Now, I think Lamar Jackson has that with Harbaugh, but they're just not winning the playoffs. I mean, you also watch Lamar Jackson in the regular season. He doesn't do anything in the fourth quarter. I think he becomes like too conservative or something, and he's nervous and he doesn't make those throws because those first 3 quarters that ball just flies out of his hands. Like, it doesn't even look like he's throwing it hard at all, and it's just perfect throws, perfect touch. It's amazing to watch Lamar Jackson the first 3 quarters of any game, and the fourth quarter and playoffs it's just a mess. But Peyton Manning was able to win 1 Super Bowl for the Colts, win 1 with the huge help of Von Miller for the Broncos, and I see that happening for Lamar Jackson. I just think we're not there yet.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just that's how I feel. Again, I just want to get you. So these are some of the scores from the playoff games that he's played. Well, I mean, this is kind of a big deal. So his rookie year, we can kind of put that aside. It's his rookie year. They lost 17-23 to the Chargers, so they did kind of stat pad at the end.
That was rookie year?
Yeah, that was his rookie year. He was getting blown. They were getting blown out by the Chargers.
Because you know how lucky the Ravens are? They in that draft, that was the 2018 Baker was first. Lamar Jackson was the 5th quarterback taken.
Yeah, he was
the 31st pick. So, wow.
Yeah. His second year, that's the year he popped off, had the MVP season. They only put up 12 points in that playoff game. So, again, he had 365 yards and 140 on the ground, but he only put up 12 points. Let's see, 2020 year, you beat the Titans. He only had 170 yards and a pick, so he really wasn't the reason they won. And then the next week, you only put up 3 against Buffalo, and then you're out. And then again, the following, a few years later, because he was injured, he puts up in the championship game. This was a few years ago. Puts up 10 points against the Chiefs, and he finally was able to put up some points in a loss. But 25 to Buffalo, he threw a pick. I think he also fumbled as well. Yeah, he fumbled the ball as well. So 2 turnovers. So yeah, 17, 12, 3, 10, 25. That is just for the most part not good. You gotta rise up. Your defense isn't always going to bail you out. But again, in those losses, they allowed 17 and 17. So they have been able to keep the score manageable. He just tightens up. I think he just tightens up when the big moments. And again, you just gotta, you can't do that. Yeah. You just gotta, I don't know how you do it, but you just gotta pretend it's just another match. I mean, it's not, but you just gotta, I don't know, rise above. But yeah, no, he's the guy I'm putting, on the spotlight, the under duress for me. I say he's under duress. So he's under duress. He's got to do it. He's got to overcome the Chiefs this week. If he can't do it now, I don't know if he'll ever be able to do it.
Let's say he does. Let's say he goes out there, they crush the Chiefs or even just beat the Chiefs. Let's say he comes through in the fourth quarter, drives down the field, throws a touchdown to Andrews and wins the game. How do you feel now?
Would feel a lot better, but I'd still want to see it in the playoffs. I mean, it's like, oh, well, you're moving the goalpost. It's kind of unfair. Well, it is a regular season game. I would still, even if these guys played, even in Baltimore later, like in the playoffs, I would still. Well, the Chiefs, they've consistently done in the playoffs. So I don't know. I would still be like, well, let's see in the playoffs now. And if you can't do it, then it's like, well, there you go.
Well,
but he's got to do it though.
Show up on the road in the fourth quarter, come back and win the game and show us a little bit to start your momentum and then possibly lead into the playoffs. Show us you can do something in the fourth quarter because I haven't been seeing it. So,
yeah, no, completely agree.
All right, my quarterback spotlight is 2 quarterbacks playing each other and they're both playing well. It's Daniel Jones and Matthew Stafford. That's a big game for me this week. I'll be covering that. So Daniel Jones is is top notch. He's the number one quarterback in QBR. I mean, he only has 2 touchdown passes and 3 rushing touchdowns, but his QBR is the best in the league. It's the best in the league. He's doing all the right things with that offensive line. I want to see if he can do this against the Rams defense. And then I want to see if Stafford can tear it up. I mean, they were beating the Eagles by, I think it was 17 points. Should have won that game, and it took many flukes for the Eagles to hold on. But that's what happens to good teams. Things just go their way, and they win one-score games. But yeah, it was a shock to see Stafford not doing anything in the second half to hold on to that win, because they were dominating those Eagles. So I don't think the Colts secondary is as good as the Eagles, because even though they've been playing inconsistent this year, but I'm worried. I'm curious to see how the teams fare against each other. Jones and Stafford in the spotlight, and how they perform. What do you think?
It should be an okay match. It's not really a match that I mean, I'm not
Okay
high.
match.
I'm not high.
Okay.
I've never
The
been
Rams
high
should
on
be 3-0.
Stafford. Never
The
been
Colts
high
are
on
3-0.
Stafford.
What do you mean okay match?
I mean, it should be an okay match. I mean, teams that I just, again, don't really think highly of. I never have. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say that, but for this year, I don't really think that. The Rams, yeah, I mean, you could take, they should be 3-0, but, I forgot that the Rams are supposed to stop scoring. Because they're up 17, so I guess that means we're done. I understand they have
But
the block
field
field
goals, bro.
I understand all that, but again, we're not
block field goals don't happen every
stop
day.
putting in the end zone, since we don't have to do that anymore.
Nope.
And then for the Colts, again, they're 3-0, but it's just, I don't think they're going to continue that. I think it's going to start crashing
What will it
down.
take for you to be a believer? If they beat this Rams, you going to start to believe a little bit?
No, I mean, again, 4-0, and we've seen. I mean, was it the Chiefs? This was with Alex Smith many years ago, and Andy Reid just got there. They started off 9-0, then finished 11-5, and then they got, Andrew Luck happened. Somebody I think you're a big fan of. I think you like Luck.
He's the worst. I hate that guy.
Oh yeah, he's so bad, bad. Made it to the AFC Championship and everything, but yeah, no, there's really not much that's going to take me to believe.
So it's going to take more than 9. If they go 9-0, you're still not going to believe.
Well, I just brought up the Chiefs that went 9-0, then went 11-5.
That's one case. That's an outlier. That's an outlier situation.
Yeah, but it happened before. It can happen again.
So hold on.
You're gonna tell me that you're gonna tell me that an Andy Reid team with Alex Smith is equal to Shane Steichen and Daniel Jones? Is that what you're gonna tell me right now?
I would say no, but
okay, well
that's just one case. You're
don't
finding the outlier situation.
I mean, I don't know. You're trying to get me over there. It's not going to happen. I mean, there's nothing.
Even if the Colts go 9-0, you're still not going to
be honest
with you.
Team. The Colts could go 17-0, get the number 1 seed, host the Chiefs.
Oh my God!
I mean, it would not shock me. They could go 17-0. Oh man, yeah, the Colts. I don't. Who do the Colts play this year? I don't think they play any of the big guys.
We got the Rams this week.
I mean, I don't have the Rams highly up there. I just don't think they're all that great.
Have you been watching Puka Nacua as a beast? He's like the best wide receiver in the league.
Puka's really good. Won't disagree there. So I mean, I do think, again, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor has. Yeah, he's been putting in the work. He's good. Jonathan Taylor's great. But
if you tell me this,
Taylor.
If you tell me if Daniel Jones goes out there, doesn't throw any interceptions, so 3 interceptions, no touchdowns, he throws 3 interceptions, but all right, well, it was a great start for Daniel Jones, but here we go. I would change my mind and be like, maybe the Colts aren't as good as they think, but you have no chance of changing your mind. That just boggles my mind.
Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. It's just
tell me there's some good rationality. There's logic. Reason. Something. No.
Logic is the Colts have been pretty bad in a division they should dominate. So I just can't pick a team that has consistently, since Peyton and Luck have pretty much left, I can't pick the Colts. They should be dominating the poverty Titans, the Texans, and the Jaguars, but yet they found themselves at the mercy of the Jaguars, at the mercy of the Texans. So yes, this little 3-0 start. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I mean, proud of them. 3-0. They definitely have surpassed expectations, I think, for myself. But that's not really the problem. They've surpassed expectations for you. But I think in reality, man, this is going to be the same old Colts thing, isn't it? Man, we're going to
Nope.
be 3-1. Oh man,
Nope.
that's a fluke loss to the Raiders. Oh no, now we're 3-3 because we just lost to the Cardinals. Oh
What?
no. So when you're 3-3 in a few weeks, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, hey, I told you. I mean, I hate to get your hopes up or down, whatever. But yeah, I just
Well, it's going to be a new
can't buy the
movie
Colts.
starring Indiana Jones, but it's going to be the same results. Huge box office hit, and things are flying high. So it's going to be great. Great. Everybody wants to watch.
How was
and
the last Indiana
Indiana
Jones
wins at
movie?
the end.
Was
That's
the
what
last one
happens.
good? I don't think it was. But
Well,
anyway,
this is the first of many amazing seasons for Daniel
uh,
Jones. He's going to get like a 3-year, $100 million contract during the year once
I
the
hope
Colts
so.
clinch the playoffs. And he's going to dominate, and it's going to be great things.
I can tell
It's
you
gonna be
what,
awesome. You're
Colts
gonna love it.
haters are pulling for that right now.
Why are you such a Colts hater? I don't
I'm not a
understand.
Colts hater, but I'm turning into one, I think.
Oh my
He's
God!
really
Buy,
good.
sell. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. Start us off.
All right, so let's see. So the NFC West have a bunch of teams that are doing very well right now. I think you have a
Said the
team that's
liar.
you have a 3-0.
They have to win. That's nonsense. Go ahead.
Anyway, the NFC West has teams that are doing very well. You have the Niners that are 3-0, the Cardinals 2-1, the Seahawks 2-1, and the Rams are 2-1. Of course, two teams play tonight, the Cardinals and the Seahawks, but that doesn't necessarily matter. The NFC West will have 3 teams going to the playoffs.
Nope.
You're selling.
No. Not even close. So buy, sell 3 teams into the playoffs for the NFC West.
Yes, that's
Not
the
a
buyers.
chance.
No chance.
Sell.
Okay.
No way. The Seahawks not making it. They beat your Steelers. Big whoop de doo. They're your Steelers. They are mid. The Rams are the best team at 2-1, and the Cardinals they just laid a stinker against the Niners. That was a stink. Like the Niners and the Cardinals looked bad, and someone had to win that game, I guess. But and the Niners won the 3-0, and everybody's like, "Oh, look at the Niners! They're not going to stay healthy. They're not healthy. They're winning. They're not doing it well. They're not going to make the playoffs. And the Cardinals. I had them at the beginning of the year, but I'm watching them. It doesn't look good. And Seahawks, I can't trust them either. I'm shocked that they're 2-1. I don't think they're going to win many games. Maybe they win 5 or 6. I don't see that lasting. There's nothing that stands out about the Seahawks that they're doing well. Same thing with the Cardinals. And Mac Jones, come on, for the Niners, this is blasphemy. Do you have to go all like Stephen A. Smith? 3 in the West? Like,
I didn't
they're
say
lucky
I
they're
agree
getting
with
1, and it's going to be the
I
Rams,
didn't
and you don't
say
even
I
like
was
the
buying it.
Rams.
I didn't say I was buying it. I am selling. I
Sell.
don't think it's out of the question though.
It's
You
out
look
of the question.
You look at the NFC.
It's not a question.
I mean, in the NFC East, you really have the Eagles. The commies are kind of still. You don't really know. They look all right. In the NFC North, do you buy the Vikings that are 2-1? I mean, I don't. The Lions, of course, and the Packers, you could say they're pretty much shoo-ins. They look really good. The NFC South's only going to have one team because everyone stinks other than the Buccaneers. So
everybody stinks.
It's really going to be, again, the NFC West. The NFC West has 4 teams that look all right, and again, the NFC East only has 2. NFC North only has 2. If you want to throw in the Vikings, go ahead. I won't. I would pull out the Vikings. So that's 8 teams competing for 7 spots, and the NFC West has 4 of them. So I will sell though, because I do think the commies, they haven't regressed
Commanders
like
will
I
be
thought they
back.
would. I don't think they regressed like I thought they would. So they're fine. But as of now, I'd sell, but it's only a light sell. If I could, I would hold the stock options till the last second because, I think it's definitely a possibility, but I'm going to sell.
Do you think the Falcons bounce back? Because that was a huge stinker. Because they're a team that I thought could sneak in the playoffs. Is that one loss leaving a bad taste in your mouth?
It really has. It's just, I don't know what in the world happened. You can't put up 0 points against Bryce Young and the Panthers. You just can't do it. They just, I don't know what in the world happened. They just got to give the ball to Bijan. I mean, I don't know how hard that is, but apparently the Falcons have managed to make that a difficult task because it's unbelievable.
Yeah, Dixon Way, who covers the Falcons, he's a big-time Atlanta streamer, said the offensive coordinator was cheeks, butt
Okay.
cheeks. That's his
Well,
update. That's what he had to say about his team because he
yeah.
watches training camp and everything, and that's what he said about the offensive coordinator. Anyways, moving on. My buy sell is excuse me. Jackson Dart is starting, and he gets the Giants to 500 by the end of the year, or they end with like a 500 above record.
Are you saying for him or the Giants?
The Giants.
The Giants. I mean, I can't have the Giant. No, I'm sorry. That means so he'd have to go 9-5. Yeah, I can't see that happening. I'm selling. I'm selling on that one. I mean, if it was him going 500, even then it'd still be pretty hard. Because the Giants have, I don't know. I thought they'd be taking a step forward. They didn't. So, I'm pulling for him. Obviously, I think he had a great, again, preseason. I mentioned that earlier. Seems to be the guy, but that's a tough ask to go 9-5 the rest of the year out with the Giants. The Giants' bad O-line. Really, they only have Malik Neighbors, but even apparently they don't want to target him. Apparently, they don't want to. He's all right, I guess. I mean, he's nice. I don't know if he's that great, but yeah, I would sell. I just can't see the Giants.
All right, sell. Moving on.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's see, what in the world did I write here? I was writing this like extremely tired. All right, so a lot of 0-3 teams, a lot of 3-0 teams in the NFL. So I think the last one I did 3-0 will make the playoffs. This week, or this one, it's every 0-3 team is going to miss the playoffs. They're pretty much done. You can stick a fork in them. No one that's 0-3 is going to make the playoffs. They may as well just go ahead and forfeit their games type of season.
So buy and sell 0-3. Not going to make the playoffs?
Not going to make, pretty much they're done. They're already 0-3.
Playoffs.
It's a curse. They're not making it happening.
I will buy that because the 0-3 teams are the Titans, Texans, Dolphins, Jets, Giants, Saints. Done. Saints, bottom of the league. Giants, going to be close to the bottom. Jets, unless Fields can do some non-fantasy magic and do actual real game magic, maybe, but I still got them way gone. Dolphins, oof. Texans, they haven't turned around. It's just, what? Are you kidding me? C.J. Stroud? I saw something the other day that they were comparing C.J. Stroud's last 15 games to Anthony Richardson, and they are comparable. Richardson has more total touchdowns than C.J. Stroud. That's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling, because I know how much you talk about how bad Anthony Richardson is, but he played better in his last 15 games than C.J. Stroud.
No, he did not. You can't say that. No. Touchdowns are not. No. All right, look, touchdowns, that's a neat statistic, but you cannot say a 50% completion guy is better than another quarterback. There's no way.
That's how bad Stroud's playing.
Well, I get it. The touchdowns is fine, but you cannot say the completion percentage. No.
The completion percentage is worse for Richardson, but to compare him to Anthony Richardson is pretty bad.
It's such a huge difference from I don't know what C.J. Stroud's stats are, but you can't. I mean, I doubt it's lower than 60. That's a huge gap there. No, 60%. Much better than 50%. There's no excuse.
Okay, that's fine. But all the numbers.
I totally get the under.
They're
you can't
close.
Say way better.
They're close. That's how bad it is.
The completion percentage is such a huge thing. You can't complete the ball.
You're just a huge Colts hater. And then Cam Ward and the Titans.
I am a reality guy. I'm always in the end right, and eventually I'm going to be proven right.
This is how bad C.J. Stroud is playing. You need to see how bad this guy's playing.
No, I totally get it.
He has a higher completion percentage, but it's bad. It's bad news for C.J. Stroud and the Texans. So, yeah, I don't see any of these teams turning it around. Cam Ward and the Titans, C.J. Stroud and the Texans, Tua and the Dolphins, Fields and the Jets, Dart and the Giants, and then whatever bum they throw out there for the Saints. I don't see any signs of life. So I say buy that these guys are selling. Like they are, oof. Go ahead. Let's see what you got to say.
Yeah, I completely agree. The only one again, it's because of the past, would be the Texans that have a chance, but they need to get it together. They actually do have the worst offense in the league, have the lowest points per game. So yeah, I'm gonna sell. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it at all.
Well, no, you're buying them missing the playoffs.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm buying them missing the playoffs. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I already forgot my own question, but yeah, they're bad. So what you
Bad
got?
news. You heard it here. Those guys are terrible. All right, buy, sell. That Micah Parsons gets a nice warm welcome in Dallas on Sunday nights, or is it Sunday night, right?
Yeah, it's Sunday Night Football.
So does Parsons get a warm welcome back to Texas?
As in, are you saying like they're going to get a win? Because I'm assuming
No. The crowd is going to be happy that Parsons is back. He's going to get warm reception. People are going to like Parsons. Yeah.
Well, I think they're going to. I mean, to be honest, they really shouldn't. They really shouldn't, because he's the one that was kind of threatening to not play, and yet, everyone was devastated that he got traded. I mean, in reality, he probably wouldn't even be playing for the Cowboys, and even if he was, they would still be 1-2. It's not like he was really changing, the win and loss, how the defense looked. The defense was still bad last year. It's like, oh, Michael Parsons, if they only had one. Yeah, they're still allowing 40+ points to the Eagles last year, so they were not good. But yeah, I guess they're gonna they're gonna rejoice and, oh, it's ours, Micah, but it's only because they're dumb. So yeah, he will get a warm reception. So I guess I'll buy that. Yeah, I think they will, but I don't know why. I have no idea why. He wanted more money. He was threatening to not play. But that's just Cowboy Nation, or whatever you want to call them. They're not the sharpest tools in the shed.
Yeah. I don't think that they go and overly cheer for him, but yet then I don't think they boo for him. I think they're just like, whatever, and they just move on. That's what I think. But we'll find out Sunday night. But I think that, I don't know, they're disappointed. I think they're disappointed in Jerry Jones and Parsons. So I don't know if it's too much on Micah or Michael, if you will. But I think that's where that's what they're feeling. But yeah, I don't think they boo him, but I don't think they cheer for him. So maybe you hear a couple boos, hear a couple cheers, but it's just like, they're moving on. And they have a lot more to boo about than Micah Parsons, like the rest of that terrible defense.
Yeah. No, they're bad, like I said. But again, even last year with them, they weren't that good. So this notion that, oh yeah, he would be fixing the Cowboys now, it's ridiculous. I don't understand. They were bad last year with them, so I don't know what was going to change from this year or last year to this year. No idea.
Yeah. All right. So buy, sell. I think you used your two, right?
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty much.
Right, yeah, I got one last one that I have, buy, sell. But the last 3 weeks, I think it was the first 3 weeks, Derrick Henry fumbled once a game. Critical one this past week. It hurt the Ravens big time. They probably would have lost the game anyway, but Henry with the fumble. So are you buying or selling Henry fumbling again this week?
This week, no. I mean, I guess if it were for the season, I would buy that, because it just happens. But no, he's not gonna. No, it's actually amazing that he has fumbled, this much already. He's usually very careful with the ball. But no, I'm selling that. It's a big game, and again, he's a great running back. He's a Hall of Fame running back. I don't say Hall of Fame to just anybody here. I legit believe he's a Hall of Fame guy. I don't know what I just heard there, but hopefully it's not. That's
Daniel Jones.
Okay, that's crazy. But yeah, no. So no, he's not going to fumble. I think again, it should be a good game. I'm very excited if I am able to watch. I don't know. Again, it depends on what happens with me and the streaming world of Sunday. But no, he's not going to fumble again. That's just too much. Too many fumbles already. The law of averages say, no, it's not happening again.
Yeah, no, but it's a big time game. It's against the Chiefs, and the Ravens choke. I'm going to say he doesn't fumble. I'm going to say that Lamar Jackson probably throws a stupid interception and loses that game in the end. and goes Lamar. So I say that's the reason they lose to the Chiefs. But I we'll get into it in a little while. But if they lose, it's gonna be Lamar Jackson coming through. Coming through with throwing an
Whoa.
interception. Coming through with
Lamar
an
Jackson, always
interception.
count on him to come up with a big loss. Yeah, I mean, geez, tell us how you really feel.
But yeah, so that's my third buy sell. Now we'll hop to Thursday Night Football and then the rest of our picks. So
All right.
Thursday Night Football, we got Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. Where are you heading?
Well, I mean, I have these teams a lot higher than you do. So to me, this is a pretty neat matchup. I was bouncing back and forth on who to go with. I'm just going to go with the home team, the Cardinals. To me, again, I picked them to go to the playoffs before the season, and they haven't really looked all that great. Again, they almost lost last week to the Panthers. But and they lost to a banged up San Francisco team, which was in San Francisco. I picked San Francisco to win that game, but yeah, I don't know. I just got a feeling that the Cardinals gonna squeak it out again. On the Seahawks side of things, they have put up a lot of points. I know that's a very controversial thing to say, considering the Colts have put up a lot of points against bad teams, but the Seahawks do it again. They're terrible. It's just very interesting. But yeah, no, give me the Cardinals. I think they're going to win a squeaker. It's going to be like 20. They're going to win by like a point, 27-26, something like that. I think it's going to be a very close game, back and forth game. Marvin Harrison, I think he'll figure it out this week. He's been pretty much a dud all year. We haven't really talked about him much. But yeah, he's been pretty bad. But yeah, give me the Cardinals to start off week 4.
So I have the Cardinals being a wild card spot at the beginning of the year. I'm losing faith in them just by seeing what I'm seeing and disappointed, hoping that Marvin Harrison Jr. would play better. He hasn't. I expected more of the running backs. They haven't come through. I'm a little shaky on the Cardinals now, even though I was higher on them at the beginning of the year. I had the Cardinals ranked way higher than the Seahawks, which were on the bottom, like towards the bottom. But the Seahawks are playing better and they're moving up, and the Cardinals moving down. Cardinals, they're at home, but I'm liking more what I see from the Seahawks than the Cardinals. So I'm taking the Seahawks on the road. They don't have to travel too far. That would bother me. But Sam Darnold's playing better. Yeah, it's crazy. It's Sam Darnold's the 13th ranked QBR to Murray's 16, so he's playing a little bit better. Darnold has 4 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Murray 4 to 1. But I'm liking where the Seahawks are heading. I still don't think they make the playoffs. And the Cardinals are falling down. So one of these teams made the playoffs. I thought it was the Cardinals at the beginning of the year. It could be the Seahawks this year. But I still don't believe it. I still think that they're not that good. I don't like either team. I don't. They don't impress me. There's nothing special about either team. And I got to pick one. I think the Seahawks are just playing better recently. That's why I'm going with them.
That's fair. No, I mean it's one where I think it could go either way. Like I said, I think it's going to be like by a point or something. So that's fair. All right, moving on to the Sunday slates. Starting off week 4, we have a game in Dublin, and this is one of 2 games that I had to change my pick on at the last second.
And you're covering this game. We're both covering this game.
Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is, again, one of the picks where I don't really have a lot of confidence in. In fact, it's my least confident pick. But I am picking the Steelers to win. I really just don't have much. I didn't pick them to win last week. But yeah, no, I just don't have a lot of faith in the Steelers. They don't look that great. I'm just the only thing that's just convincing me that the Steelers are going to win this week is the fact that Aaron Rodgers will play the Vikings again. And again, Rodgers owned the NFC North for many, many years, and he wants to go ahead and end it out on a pretty much a good note against the NFC North. Like, yeah, no, I owned you, and I still own you. Of course, he said that to the Bears, but I'm sure he won't mind saying it to the Lions and, of course, the Vikings and possibly the Packers. But, yeah, that's really it. It's because Aaron Rodgers playing the Vikings. I doubt he wants to lose to that team. He was rumored actually to go there. I don't know if you recall that as well during the offseason. So I'm sure
The
he
old
wants to
Brett
stick it to
Favre.
them. If those rumors were true, I'm sure he does want to stick it to them. Like, hey, you should have had me. So yeah, give me the Steelers again. I'm not really having a lot of faith there, but we're gonna go ahead and pick the Steelers to win. Why not? And the Steelers actually played the Vikings. This was 13 years ago, I think, or 14 years ago, or what? 12 years ago. Yeah, 12 years ago against the Vikings in London and lost as well. So this is the second time these two teams have played each other outside of the United States, and the Vikings won that one. I'm going with the Steelers in this one, and it's only because of Rodgers.
Only because of Rodgers. Rodgers that wants to be like Brett Favre. Brett Favre had 3 MVPs. Rodgers got 4. Rodgers wanted to go to the Vikings after the Jets, and then he went to the Steelers. He wants to be like Brett Favre, but then he actually passed them on passing touchdowns in his career. So these two guys are so similar. But anyway, now Rodgers with the Steelers. He's iffy at best. I guess, as you always say, if he had a better offensive line, he'd be performing better. I don't know. His QBR is like around 42.
Don't look at the
which is
QBR.
below average.
It's
It's
fake
data,
news.
my man. Data. You're gonna get
Data,
it all
biased
year
data. Yeah.
long.
Biased
All right.
data.
So, the Vikings. I'm going with Vikings because the only thing I feel like they're similar to the Colts. Oh, they got a team around them. Their offensive line isn't as good as the Colts, but they have a few ex-Colts. But the Vikings have a well-rounded team. They got weapons. They have a good defense. There's special teams too, like Rodgers with all those 2 touchdowns on defense, like a pick six, a scoop and score. He created the scoop and score because he punched it out and then rolled over, picked it up, and gets a touchdown. So this Vikings team is complete. They just have J.J. McCarthy, who's just awful, and now Wentz, if he could be like Daniel Jones and be above average and do the right things, he could lead this Vikings team to the playoffs. I didn't have them at the beginning of the year, but their team looks solid, just no quarterback. And if Wentz, who should take over because McCarthy's not ready, and they could make the playoffs. That's how I'm feeling. And I look at these teams, and it seems like the Vikings have the better team. Yes, they're on the road. The road teams.
They're both on the road, technically.
The what?
They're both
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I keep forgetting about these overseas games. But yeah, so so that doesn't. Well, they'll all be terrible then. Everybody, they're all gonna be sleepy. They're gonna be zombies. It's gonna be bad news.
Like I said, like I said, the only reason I'm picking the Steelers, folks, and I see the comments. Like, I completely understand the Vikings are the better team. I know that. That's why this is my least confidence pick. But I'm picking the Steelers just because of Rodgers and the Vikings' history. I believe in Santa Claus. I believe in Rodgers. I'm just kidding. I don't believe in Santa. But I believe that Rodgers will once again. He will beat the Vikings just like good old times. So I totally get everything you're saying. I mean, I have no confidence really in this pick. This one is just.
If they do beat the Vikings, Rodgers better bring back that discount double check. All right, next one.
All right, we have the Washington Redskins / Commanders / Commies / football team taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons hosting the Washington team. Atlanta, obviously, they look terrible. They looked terrible the week prior. Give me the Commies. They look so much better. I mean, again, the Falcons are just bad. I don't understand what's going on there. I mean, I feel like they should be much better. I still didn't really have them that high going into the year, but I expected them to be competitive. I really did. So this is kind of a shock that they're getting blown out by the Panthers. So I mean, I'm not going to spend much time. Give me the Redskins.
How can anybody take the Falcons? They actually played the Bucs close beginning of the year. You lose 30-0 to Bryce Young and the Panthers. You can't pick them until they win again. So you just got to keep going against the Falcons until they win. It's just, I know they're home, but come on, like that's just so embarrassing. Who gets shut out in the NFL? You can't get shut out in the NFL. It just can't happen. I'm sorry. That's embarrassingly bad. You can always find a way to score 3 points. Even though the Colts dominated the Dolphins week 1, the Dolphins still got a garbage time touchdown in the end. That's what happens. They couldn't even get a garbage time touchdown? How bad is Penix? Holy crap, Penix. But even with Mariota, I'm not sure. I didn't check that up. Is Daniels going to be back, do you know? If he's back,
No, I don't know. I don't know,
it's
but
a
it doesn't seem
smashing.
to.
But
Yeah,
even with Mariota, they win
yeah.
that easily. So
No, yeah, I
yeah,
got you. No, I like I said, I don't know what's going on in Atlanta. I didn't think they'd be great, but I really thought they would be more competitive. You just can't do, and they also lost to JJ McCarthy as well. So they're keep that in mind as well. All right, so the next game, it should be a blowout. Won't spend much time. Saints at Bills. Give me the Bills, and yeah, that's it. Not much else to really say.
yeah, the Saints. I don't even know how many games they win this year. They have are the Giants, Jets, Dolphins, Texans, or Titans on their schedule? That's their only chance. If they don't have any of those teams on their schedule, they're not going to win. So,
Yeah, no,
well, unless they beat the Falcons some way because the Falcons are that bad, but I still think the Falcons could beat the Saints. That would be the only time to pick the Falcons. Yeah, Josh Allen MVP until somebody says otherwise, like Daniel Jones. But Bills win. This isn't.
yeah.
We
I
don't
mean,
need
that'd
to
be quite
talk
the
about
pace.
that.
Daniel Jones, if he keeps this up, he'll finish with 17 touchdowns. I don't think that's ever been done before in the NFL. All right, moving on. Browns at the Lions. Another one that, again, the Browns have a great defense, by the way. I want to make that perfectly clear, but I do think the Lions being at home, Jared Goff, the Lions seem just like a really good dome team. I mean, it's kind of a I don't want to make it like an insult, like they're a really good finesse team, but that's kind of what I think. People think finesse, they're kind of, it's kind of an insult. But yeah, give me the Lions. And I actually, again, the Browns, the defense is legit. I don't even know if they've allowed over 300 yards in a game. I don't know. I have to fact check that, but I don't think they have. Even the Ravens, who put up 41, had, I believe, they don't even have 300 yards, or if they did, they just barely got over that. So it could be interesting. I think, though, the Lions will win, but this could be a sneaky, close game in Detroit. But yeah, give me the Lions.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Browns, but their defense coming through. They beat the Packers, which actually helped out the Lions because they are back. They are back and winning that division. Sorry, Packers. So this is where the Lions show why they're a better team than the Packers. They win. They're the greatest show on turf, like the Rams back in '99, a finesse team that was able to go to a few Super Bowls and win one. So that could be the Lions this year. They have the team. Gibbs and Montgomery, two-headed running back attack, destroying the Ravens. They're going to destroy the Browns. They can do it all. I just think that first week was a little rusty, and now they're in sync. So watch out for this Kurt Warner, Jared Goff, Torrey Holt, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Williams, Bruce style attack. So this team is dangerous. They're possibly on their way to the Super Bowl. I would love to see them make it there. I think they could take down the Eagles. They look way better than them, even though they're 2-1. And the Browns, they got a good defense, but they got Flacco. How bad is Flacco? Well, let me tell you. His QBR, you love QBR, 28th in the league, which is above Tua, Wilson, Ward, and JJ. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Browns lose.
All right, I mean, yeah, that's fair. I don't know about all that other stuff you just said, but yeah, no, yeah.
You will know. You will know.
I think it's going to be a sneaky close game. I really do think it's going to be a close game because of the Browns' defense. All right, Panthers at the Patriots. Again, the Panthers coming off a 30-0 blowout of the Falcons. I see my screen's getting blurry. I don't know what the heck's going on. And then the Patriots turning the ball over 5 times. The only way the Steelers could win. Again, it's like, the Steelers just, I don't know. But I think the Patriots hold on to the ball. I think that's kind of a big thing. I think that was probably emphasized in practice. Give me the Patriots at home, holding on to the ball and defeating the powerful Panthers, again, coming off a 30.
Powerful Panthers.
The powerless Panthers, really. But yeah, give me the Patriots. Probably another one that's close because I don't know if either team's really going to pull away. But yeah, I think the Patriots are able to hold on the ball this week. It's in Foxborough. Usually they play well there. So yeah, give me the Patriots.
Patriots are home. They bounce back. There's not as many turnovers by May. Bryce Young does go and turn the ball over a bunch. They're back to the Panthers. I don't know what happened with that Falcons game. That is not who the Panthers are. They're not that good. I mean, both these teams are okay, but I got the Patriots a bunch ahead of the Panthers still. And you got to go with the Patriots at home. It's just the way it is. You can't believe in Bryce Young. Drake May's playing good here and there. Young, I don't know. He does not have many good games, and it's disappointing for a number one pick. So I'm going Patriots.
That's fair. All right, next up, Chargers at the Giants again.
Oh,
Jackson
crap.
Dart making his first start.
Oh, crap.
Hosting the 3-0 Chargers. Chargers didn't really look all that great last week, but they still won, which is what good teams do. Not on a good day, they still are able to win. No Najee Harris, he's out again. I feel so terrible for him. By the way, James Conner also out, so another former Steeler running back also out for the year. Gruesome injury there. But yeah, I'm still taking the Chargers. First career start for Dart. I think he's gonna be great, but I don't know if it's this week. The advantage though, they are home, so that's something that we can look at. But yeah, give me the Chargers. I think they'll be 4-0, and they will be they're looking scary as far as teams go.
Yeah, that Chargers defense, I mean, it was a good game against the Broncos last week. Those two defenses are the best in the league. Herbert was inconsistent because that's how good the Broncos defense is, that Daniel Jones carved up, by the way. But, yeah, so the Chargers have good offense, but it was a little inconsistent. Herbert, beast, sneaky MVP pick. He came through when it mattered to win that game. Everybody that watching that game knew that when the Broncos didn't go for it on 4th and 1, and Peyton got conservative, and they punted away, Herbert was going to drive down the field and win that game, and that's what he did. And so that's what good and / great quarterbacks do. They win games. This won't even be close. The Dart's not going to know what to do against Jim Harbaugh. He's gonna crush them. It's going to be bad. You don't even want to watch. It's Giants at home. It's going to be a bad performance. I kind of want to watch this game. This one's on my list, whether I cover this game with Eagles-Bucks. I'd rather see Hurts versus Mayfield than this, but I just want to see Hurts Dart's first game. But I'm probably going to cover the Eagles and the Bucks. But Chargers win this. They're the better team by far. They lost Harris, but Hampton's starting to get the ball and run it a bunch better. It's taken him a few weeks. So, yeah, I don't think the Chargers were that bad last week. Herbert made some sweet throws. One throw.
I think they weren't that good.
There's one throw by Herbert. Well, he's running to the left across his body. Defender on him. Benito throws it up there to Allen, and he's covered all over and makes the play. This is what Herbert and the Chargers do. This is what they do. And
I don't know. Again, he was missing some throws, completely inaccurate. That was just, I don't know. He didn't look all that great. That's why I didn't think the Chargers looked good, because he was just missing some. His completion percentage was just over 50%. I think again, just not good. Next
defense
up here
is real.
I guess, but again, he was just wildly missing. It wasn't like the fact that they were right on.
He's going all Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, he was going Anthony Richardson.
That's not good.
All right, so this is a game I went back and forth on. I actually changed my pick. When deciding this, Eagles, Buccaneers, changed my pick. I originally picked the Buccaneers at home. I'm going with the Eagles. Again, they just keep winning. I think they are the last year's Chiefs. They are a team that's kind of fluking their way. Again, they're good. We're not going to question that, but I think, again, it's going to be a rude ending for the Eagles, kind of like what happened with the Chiefs. Again, just a team that's just winning these close ones, winning ugly. We don't like how they look. And, again, we just sense that things will happen at the end of the year. But, yeah, give me the Eagles, though. I think it's going to be another close game. It's teams that I think highly of. Both teams are in my top 5. Yep, this is my 2 versus 5. So, really good matchup here. Give me the away Eagles to beat the Baker Bucks.
Well, you watch both these teams. The Eagles won 3 close games. The Buccaneers won close games. So, you're talking about close games. They both won close games. And the Buccaneers did it in better fashion. They did it more efficiently. That applies to football, not just block field goals. So Baker Mayfield comes through in the clutch and throws touchdowns and things like that. The Eagles have to rely on block field goals or Dak Prescott, and that's how they win their games. So if you watch these games, the Bucs do it better, and they look better. They have the better offense. They have the better defense. The Eagles are just finding ways to win. So you would have to say the Bucs because of how they win. And the Bucs look like a way better team. And things are just going the Eagles' way. So unless it's going to follow the Chiefs' trajectory by winning all these close games, and we get more flukes this week, I'm not going to go for the flukes. I'm going to go for what we see. The better team, the Bucks way better. The receivers playing better. Everything, and they have the same record, but I got to go Bucks, and they're home. And if the Eagles are home, then it would be really close. But I'm going Bucks hardcore.
No, that's fair. Completely fair. However, just don't peek at who the Buccaneers have played yet. That's something we gotta keep in mind.
You do that everywhere.
But, oh yeah, we could, especially the Colts. All right, we got the game of the week coming up.
Championship.
Game of the week.
We should skip this one. Somebody has to get a win.
Versus the Houston Texans. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this one. Said nobody. Give me the Texans, though. I understand they have been the worst offense in the league. They are the worst offense in the league. I have to imagine it's going to get it together against the Titans, who just don't look all that great. Cam Ward trying to do what he can, but there's no one. Alec Iomanner, I think he had a nice game as well, but for the Titans. But yeah, no, give me the Texans at home. I think they finally get it together. We'll see. I mean, again, it's. These are the worst two teams in the AFC South for sure. So yeah, give me the Texans.
Yeah, they're two of the worst teams in the AFC South. We're two of the worst teams in the league. Cam Ward's bad. He's not ready. He's it's awful. Around 50% completion percentage. He's gonna throw a terrible interception. He did in the second or third play against the Colts was pick six. C.J. Stroud. I don't think the Texans get it together. They get it together enough to win this game, but not many other games. So just because they're playing the Titans and they're that much worse, I have to go with the Texans. I mean, 91% of the people are picking the Texans, but
yeah. I mean, it wouldn't shock me. Again, it's just two teams aren't that good this year.
It's just because you got to believe in C.J. Stroud. He can do some things. Ward can't do anything.
The only reason is C.J. All right, next up is a game that I'm sure you will be paying close attention to. The 3-0 Indianapolis Colts versus the Los Angeles Rams, who come in with a record of 2-1. Yeah, give me the Rams. I don't know. I think it's kind of a no-brainer there. You just got to go with the team that's clearly superior, clearly better, much better quarterback, much better head coach. Undefeated. So yeah, give me the Rams to move the 3-1. The Colts will finally taste a loss, as they should have already, if it weren't for a little referee fiasco.
Lots of missed calls by the refs in the beginning.
Give me the Rams.
But you only remember that last one. And that was a penalty. But anyway, penalty's a penalty, my man. Stafford, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Williams run the ball well. He has 226 yards on the ground. Puka, 29 catches on 35 targets, 333 yards, I think it is. That guy, they just throw it to him. He makes catches. I don't know who's going to stop Puka. I'm worried about that. I don't know if they can stop Williams on the ground. The defense is going to have to come up big time for the Colts to get this win. I'm not worried so much about the offense because Daniel Jones and the offense is in sync. I'm just worried about if the Colts can stop the Rams and Stafford. I don't know. Rams are home. It's on the West Coast. They're traveling. I don't like that either. But the good news for the Colts is this is their third away game. And if they can find a way to win this, that would be so amazing because they would be 4-0 and they had 3 road games already. And then the home game win was against the Broncos. So, but if they lose this, it's not going to hurt the Colts so much because the Rams are in the NFC. So at least the Colts beat 3 AFC teams for any sort of tiebreaker, things like that. I hate to do it. I got to lean towards the Rams because of I don't know if the Colts defense can fully stop them, but if Lou Anarumo comes through and forces Stafford to get some interceptions or they bang up Stafford early, then they can get the win. But I'm just worried, and I got to go with the Rams because at the beginning of the year I had them the way better team. But I am liking what I'm seeing from the Colts, but I still got to take the Rams. Into overtime.
Okay, then rapid fire here. Okay, so the Jaguars 2-1 traveling to San Francisco that are 3-0. Teams that, could be a little bit better. The 49ers have been banged up. The Jaguars winning, but, they should have really beat the Bengals. Give me the Niners at home. Again, I think they just win. And that's what they're going to. I don't know if it's Jones or Purdy this week, but it doesn't seem to matter. Again, Purdy's 2-0, so or pardon me, Jones is 2-0 as a starter. So yeah, give me the Niners at home. They'll be 4-0, looking pretty good.
This is so ridiculous. I agree. I think the 49ers are going to win. They're going to go 4-0. They're going to be the most overrated 4-0 team, even if the Colts do win. Jaguars, I hope they lose because they're in the Colts division, but I don't like this game. I don't think they're both. I don't think they're that good. I think that they're average. Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, they're disappointing. They're just they're stinkers. The games are boring. They're lame. They're barely doing what they have to do. I'm going to the Niners because the home team and they're the Niners.
Yeah. All right. I gotcha. All right. 1-2 Ravens versus the 1-2 Chiefs. Big game. Again, we put a lot of pressure, or I did. Lamar, again, you got to win a big game. Eventually, got to win, especially the playoffs. It's on the road. Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. I don't think he gets it done. I think it's the Chiefs yet again. Again, their quarterback gets praised for backwards passes on national television, man. You really just can't beat that. So, yeah, give me the Chiefs to go to 2-2. Ravens fall to 1-3. But, again, I still think they'd be fine regardless.
The Chiefs are home. They win the close games. Baltimore Ravens choke all the time. But I like what I'm seeing of the Ravens way more than the Chiefs. Just like you said, the Giants could have beat the Chiefs last week. I don't like anything they're doing. The Ravens look good, but that fumble and the defense is bad. But the Chiefs don't have a good offense. They're getting Worthy back, which could help. But from what I see, I like what I see more from the Ravens, and I think that they get a win on the road against Patty Mahomes.
Would be
I
huge.
think that magic is gone. The
Would
magic
be
is
huge.
gone.
Well, Jackson's magic of performing well or not performing well in big games is still there, so we'll see.
MVP.
All right, so we have the 1-2 Bears versus the 1-2 Raiders.
Oh, dear God.
I'm not really a fan of either of these teams.
You love Caleb Williams. You love him.
Yeah, I'm such a Caleb Williams guy. Though I will be taking him in this one. Give me the 1-2 Bears.
I told you loved them.
I don't know what's there to like about the Raiders. I mean, they can't block for Jenny. There's more yards after contact than yards. I mean, it's pathetic. Raiders don't have to block. Because of that, I think the Bears should win. But even if they lose, I mean, okay, well, the Raiders are 2-2, but do you really buy the Raiders? No, I don't. So, yeah, give me the Bears.
Raiders. Love me some Vegas. I don't believe in the Bears. That was just 1 week against the Cowboys. It's going to be back down to crap, even though the Raiders don't have a defense. I don't like this game. Either one could win. I have to lean towards the Raiders, but this is going to be ugly. This one's going to be an ugly game. Yeah, the Bears could win, but I'm going to believe in Geno. I don't know why I'm saying that. He has the most interceptions in the league, but he against that Bears defense, I think he plays a little bit better.
Yeah,
so
maybe.
I believe more in Geno than Caleb Williams, even though it's...
That's fair.
Geno's getting up there in age. He's 35. I'm not a Geno fan either, but this game sucks. I don't like it. I'm forced to pick a team. If I could, I'd say it's going to end in a tie because those quarterbacks just can't do anything in the end, and it's a tie.
I told you Williams would pop off against Cowboys, man. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not saying it's a pop off this week, but I do think the Bears get the win. All right, Sunday night game. It's going to be pretty ugly. It's going to be a pathetic game. Give me the Packers over the Cowboys. I mean, I don't even know why. I know why this is the primetime game. I'm just tired of the Cowboys. They're always in my face. Like, just please get out of my face, please. Go to the 12 o'clock spot, 1 o'clock spot, whatever. But yeah, no, Packers win. I don't know. I don't really have much else to add.
I would love to see the Cowboys win this game. I don't think it's going to happen.
Why did you become the anti-Packers guy? What is this?
I want the Lions.
Why do you want the Lions? A team that just chokes. That's what it matters.
Becoming a Packers fan now. There's like everybody I know. It's like now they're Packers fans. What's going on? But
I don't know. It's because they want my short. Mind. I had the Packers doing well, and they're doing well. Again, they lost to the Browns, but they're still a really good team.
They are. They are a really good team. I just want to stop hearing about everybody going goo goo gaga over these Packers. They'll win this game. They should win easily. I'll be rooting for the Cowboys though at home. But
Rhino's the Cowboys guy. I said it last week. He's the Cowboys guy. He's Skip Bayless. Skip Rhino. Rhino Bayless. Skip Rhino.
Skip the Rhino Bayless.
All
Not
right.
a chance.
Monday night
it's
games.
more me wanting the Packers to lose and the Cowboys to win.
No, there's no way. I can't believe it. All right, Monday night games. So there's two of them going on pretty much at the same time. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know which one you're covering, but I'll be doing Jets and Dolphins. Both teams 0-3, so I'm covering the loser bowl.
I don't want to cover the loser bowl.
The Dolphins. Wait, what's that? You're what?
I don't want to cover the loser bowl.
Okay, all right.
I'm out here in Colorado, so I'm going to go and cover the
that's fair. But yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins at home, hosting the Jets. I mean, at some point, the Dolphins honestly didn't look that bad again. I ripped that idiot blocking the punt or running into the punter. Like what an idiot! That guy's an idiot. Why in the world was the coach sending punt block?
How do you feel about
21-21. Just stupid. I can't believe.
We're not even going to mention his name. I don't know what his name is.
I don't even know his name, but he's an idiot. Whatever he was. Idiot Dolphins player.
The idiots.
But yeah, give me the Dolphins.
We're going to hear about that on that game, too.
I'll take
like, here's the idiot.
Dolphins and plus that idiot. So yeah, I can't believe they lost. Or lost in that fashion. But yeah, I'll take the Dolphins. They were close. Jets obviously had a close game against the Buccaneers, but again, I feel like it's more garbage time playing softer defense. That's why they made it close. I'm taking the Dolphins. They'll be 1-3.
Both these teams are bad. You got to pick one of them. I go with the home team. I can't believe in Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields, except for fantasy. Tua, he showed some signs of life in the last few years. This year's not doing so well, but got to go with the home team. I don't like it either. How many people are going to watch this game? I mean, come on. No.
No,
Dolphins, I'm going Dolphins.
Me and that might be it. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you'll be. Well, hopefully, you get a crowd. But man,
yeah, that's what I'm banking on. Is that no one's going to be? They'll be covering the second game. That's kind of what I'm banking on.
All right, Bengals and Broncos. I'll be covering this game instead. Even though the Bengals, they're 2-1, but they should not be. They're bad. Browning's bad. He's a good backup. He played well the last couple of years. This year, awful. Broncos need this win. If the Broncos lose this, holy crap! They can't drop to 1-3. They're way better than their 1-2 record. They lost 2 close games to 2 great teams, the Colts and the Chargers. They bounce back. They're at home. They win. They should win easily. But I got to cover this game. So Broncos all the way.
Yeah, I got Broncos as well. Bengals again did not look. They look terrible with Browning. Browning was a 500 starter a few years ago. I don't think that's going to happen this year. He just looks bad. Yeah, give me the Broncos. I don't really love the Broncos, to be honest with you. They actually look worse. I think they overachieved last year. And then Sean Payton saying, oh, this is like one of my faint Super Bowl teams. Payton might be an idiot. I'm not too sure, but I don't know. Those expectations,
he might be an idiot.
Stupid. I don't know what in the world.
You would not want to listen to Denver radio then, because, man, oh, man, these guys are they are so hardcore Broncos, and they believe everything. It's just
no, that's fair. I
know they
don't understand
everywhere,
what Peyton was. I don't know. Just Peyton again. The decision to punt the ball late. That was again dumb.
That is so not him.
So some of these guys, they're getting old. They need to get out. Peyton's washed. Tomlin's washed. Get some of these old coaches out of here. But yeah,
get them out. You heard it from the delay.
If they lose this one, though, again, that's. I mean, there's nothing that you can convince me the Broncos would be done. There's no second surge coming. The Broncos just don't look good. They don't look well coached. But again, they're playing the Bengals without Burrow, and they look like a chicken with without the head, chicken with the head cut off. It was a disaster last week, so that's why I'm taking the Broncos. The only reason I'm taking the Broncos is because they're playing the Bengals. The only reason, nothing really positive with the Broncos.
Disaster. Close it down, delay.
Thank you guys for hanging out this morning. Make sure again to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, hey, we're the future of NFL YouTube. May as well hop on the train if you haven't done so already. Thank you, of course, to all the subscribers watching, and we'll see you in the next one. You guys all have a great rest of your Thursday.
Sometimes life gives you lemons. Sometimes it gives you nothing at all. And the Titans, Texans, Dolphins, Jets, Giants, and Saints know what I'm talking about. You get nothing. You're the worst.
Jeez.
Pre-snap read. We'll see you Monday morning. We're out of here.